Hello viewers, this is Vijay Patale, Assistant Professor in SSB College of Education, Sri Rampur. Today we will learn about e-learning. What is mean by e-learning? Then the means of e-learning, and we will focus on advantages and disadvantages of e-learning. Let's focus on the concept of e-learning. E-learning refers to the use of electronic media and information and communication technologies in education. Means it is different from traditional way of teaching. In traditional way of teaching, teacher delivers content in his own style. Whereas in e-learning, these means of ICT are always used by the teacher while delivering the content. In 1922, the great scientist Thomas Alva had predicted that the motion picture is destined to revolutionize our educational system, and in a few years it will supplant largely, if not entirely, the use of textbooks. Right now everyone is following this way, and they are the witnesses of these things. That is the influence of these educational means. In 1945, William, the director of Cleveland Public Schools radio stations, he claimed that the time may come when a portable radio receiver will be as common in the classroom as is the blackboard. Means everywhere we do see that blackboard has its own importance in the classes. But after the revolution, the place of blackboard has been occupied by the portable radio receiver. And right now in 21st century, everyone is using all the innovative means of ICT in their teaching and learning mode. Psychologist B.F. Skinner, he also was saying that teaching machines in the late 1950s and early 1960s, he wrote, I was soon saying that with the help of teaching machines and program instruction, students would learn twice as much in the same time and with the same effort as in a standard classroom. Means there is no need to attend classroom. Instead of attending classroom, we can or gain the knowledge with the help of these teaching machines as well as program instructions. Then what is e-learning? When we focus on this e-learning, the use of internet technologies to deliver a broad array of solutions that enhance knowledge and performance. Means for enhancing knowledge and performance, there is need of using internet technologies in the teaching and learning or in every part of the life. E-learning is internet-enabled learning. Everywhere we can see that learning is traditional and it has been teaching like this. But e-learning, what comes in learning, there is greater use of internet-enabled learning. When we speak about some truth of e-learning, then these are the three basic truths of e-learning. The internet has started reshaping education, and education will not be the same in the next decade. Means whatever knowledge we are transferring, it will not be same in coming years, and there is no going back. The traditional classroom has to be transformed. This is the need of time, and everyone has to transform himself or herself, and he has to transform all his teaching in traditional classrooms. Many universities and colleges may not survive by the end of this decade. If the technology is there, if there is influence of technology, then we have to say that there is great need of this one. See, you will see this evaluation of education technology. This is the impact. Means impact of time. In those days, our ancestors, they used the leaves to write on it and pass the message. After that, the letters, then telephone, then evolution of televisions, then satellite, then ICT. And after that, there is internet. It is the greatest impact on the lives of people. The importance agent of ICT. There are three different types of the agent of ICT, and we may say that the knowledge-based economy, it is interrelated to each other. The people. When we speak of the people, then there is world culture, ICT kills, knowledge worker, learning society, united moral and ethical one. This will be the agenda of ICT regarding people. When we come to infrastructure, then there is communication, fiber optic cabling, gigabit ATM, satellite, transport logistic, etc. Means in the field of infrastructure, communication, we are using all these things in our day-to-day life. And at application and content level, the smart schools are there, e-governments, the new concept, then smart card, telemedicine and other. So that the knowledge-based economy is there. Means we are not far from the influence of ICT in our life. The e-learning is based on the principle that every human being must be able to learn through the alternative means, to have the equal opportunities for training. Means training is open to everyone and everyone can be the part of this training. Independent of physical or time constraint, it depends upon the person. Means the time which is convenient to him, he can learn himself or herself. Then to be able to choose what and how to learn. Although this is the explosion of knowledge, everyone is free and everyone can easily choose whatever he wants to learn and to be focal point of the learning process. So what we have to do? We have to learn with the help of these things, and we cannot deny the existence of ICT in the lives of people. Then see, these are the forms of learning. MML means multimedia learning, TEL technology enhanced learning, CBI computer based instruction, CBT computer based training, CAI stands for computer assisted instructions or computer aided instruction. IBT means internet based training, WBT means web based training, and WE means online education or virtual educations. Means we are really aware about these, the nature of e-learning, and we can choose it and we can learn. E-learning includes numerous types of media that deliver text, audio, images, animation, streaming video, audio or video tape, satellite television, CD-ROMs and computer-based learning. Means e-learning includes if the text are there, if the audio form is there, images are there or satellite TVs are there, it comes under e-learning, and these are nothing but the types of media. E-learning is an educational approach or tool that supports traditional subject. E-learning as a technological medium that assists in communication of knowledge and its development and exchange. E-learning itself as an educational subject, such courses may be called computer studies or information and communication technology. E-learning administrative tools such as Education Management Information System, that is EMIS. E-learning is a study medium without teacher and physical classroom. E-learning is beneficial economically because of no use of paper and pencil. Means these are some features of e-learning. Then the E should be interpreted to mean exciting. It is energetic one, enthusiastic, emotional, extended, excellent, educational, electronic. And after that, E should refer to everything, everyone, engaging, easy. Means these are the facts and interpreted meaning of E. Then, when we came across with the 9 areas that could prevent staff from making changes that would enable them to integrate technology into their teaching. Fear of change, fear of time commitment, fear of appearing incompetent, fear of techno-lingo, fear of techno-failure, fear of not knowing where to start, fear of being married to bad choices, and fear of having to move backward to go forward, and fear of rejection or reprisals. Then, what is the basic difference between conventional learning and e-learning? When we see the first point in conventional learning, students attend a school in their local community or attend a boarding or correspondence school, whereas in e-learning, students participate from a variety of locations and may attend multiple learning institutions and or their local school. And second point, in conventional learning, classes are scheduled according to the school hours and timetables, whereas in e-learning, students may determine the times when they access e-learning opportunities. And third point of difference between conventional learning and e-learning, third one tells that students are directed to work individually or in groups. And e-learning, student can choose to work individually or collaboratively with people who may or may not be in their regular class. And the last one, the students follow in linear pattern influenced by the needs of the other class members and the teacher's plan. Whereas in e-learning, student can follow a non-linear path at a pace that meets their individual needs at the time. That is, just-in-time learning, the teacher is facilitating the activity. Means in this way, the role of teacher and the role of students and the space of students is given over here. And this is the basic difference between conventional learning and e-learning. There is great scope for development of the students in e-learning, but in conventional learning there is little scope for developing themselves as a learner. Then there is another concept, that is digital generation. The digital children are more independent, more intellectually open, more tolerant and more adventurous than the most 20th century children. This is the major difference found in digital generation and 20th century children. The e-teacher will not be the person who knows all the answers and decides what the question will be, but it is the e-teacher who becomes an expert learner who can help students solve problems and find answers to their questions. Means what type of e-teacher should be? Means in this e-teacher, he himself become a learner, and what type of learner? An expert learner. And what he does, he helps the students to solve their problem and to find their answers of specific questions. Let's now look on the 5 factors of the e-learning. Look at the course in a new way and rethink and adapt existing course delivery. Move from being a content provider to a content facilitator who has good knowledge of their subject area. Third one, gain proficiency in using the tool so that there is an understanding of both its strengths and its weaknesses. Learn to teach in absence of face-to-face instruction. And last one, gain an understanding of students' needs and lifestyles in their own communities. Means these five factors of the learning are very important. Let's have a look on the means. These are the means of ICT and these are the uses of this ICT. The means audio, iTunes video, Skype, DVD in the form of YouTube, then computers and tablet you can use for making Word, PPT, PDF files and images. Then blog is another concept. It can be used for sharing of our thoughts, and webcam, setting up virtual classroom. There is no need to attend the class or no need to attend the class physically. Then whiteboards are there, writing on the screen. Whatever you write on the blackboard, it can be seen by the learners with the help of these means of ICT. Then screencasting is there to share screen and to download. Means these are the facilities are available in the ICT. Then building and e-learning culture. What we have to do? Teacher. See, in this building e-learning culture, three factors are important: teacher, learner and administrator. What teacher does? Develop knowledge and skills, understand learning at its needs, facilitate learning, create learning opportunities. Means these are the duties of the teacher. Whereas what the learner has to do and how are they? They are self-directed, self-motivated, self-regulating and lifelong learning. When the learner has having all these things, then there is chance of lifelong learning. As far as administrator is concerned, what they have to do or what he has to do? Create learning environment. He has to provide ICT infrastructures and resources for lifelong learning, so that if there is provision of all these things, then there will be building and e-learning culture, or such culture will definitely transfer among the learners. Then who are e-teachers and what do they do? E-teachers are the new generation of teachers who will work in an internet environment in both regular and virtual classroom situations. They will build new concept of working in the time and space. E-teachers collaborate, build and discover new learning communities and explore resources as they interact with information, materials and ideas with their students and colleagues. Means these are the characteristics of e-teachers, or what they have to do. They do likewise. E-learning tools, that is email. Every teacher should have an email account. He must communicate with the students, communicate with parents. Students can submit assignment, can have attachment, create a paperless environment, simple but effective and efficient and cost effective. Means we are speaking about email. Next tool is chat. Synchronous communications tool. Communicate with students, communicate with parents, more students participate and there is collaborative learning. And whereas online forum is concerned, it is asynchronous discussion. Teacher can create discussion groups and teacher can post questions and request student to comment on this post, and student can post their comments. They can be encouraged for community participation. There will be collaborative learning and feedback mechanism. The next is chat. Web. Wide range of materials available. Teacher will need to narrow down. It is resource center, sharing of resources, supported by images, audio, simulation and multimedia. Then there is another tool of e-learning, that is video conference. It can be conduct a live lecture, communication with the students, communication with parents, supported by audio, chat and whiteboard. Means this is the nature of video conference. It can be recorded and later be used for on-demand lectures or there is demonstration. Then where to start? See, in the traditional one, there was pen and paper, personal presentation, MS Word, use key pictures. In the beginning, use MS Publisher, use MS PowerPoint, use creative writing, regularly access the internet. Students can navigate your network. Students frequently use a digital camera. And you have been, ICT is formally taught to every student. Students manages the school internet. Students and teacher use a wide range of CD-ROMs. And student can craft web pages. Means these are about the consolidation, advanced and e-learning digital classroom. And last, these are the advantages of e-learning. Improve open access to education, including access to full degree programs. Better integration for non-full-time students, particularly in continuing education. Improve interactions between students and instructors. Provision of tools to enable students to independently solve problems. Acquisition of technological skills through practice with tools and computers. And these are the disadvantages of e-learning. Potential distractions that hinder true learning, ease of seating, bias towards techno-savvy students or non-technical students. Teachers' lack of knowledge and experience to manage virtual teacher-student interaction. Lack of social interaction between teacher and student. Lack of direct and immediate feedback from teachers. Asynchronic communication hinders fast exchange of questions. Thank you very much.